All right, here we go. I just want to apologize ahead of time. My head is a little bit everywhere, so if I just kind of start sounding crazy, that's kind of basically why. But I actually took a trade on gold. I ended up catching a dub. This was in Asia session, so this was obviously after the day was basically kind of over. But I will say, with the way the SPX has been trading lately, it's not making me very confident to trade in those certain conditions on SPX just because very consolidated, very like quick movements to where it's like only lower time frame trades, which that's what I trade. But obviously, when I'm kind of making sure that my analysis are right, it puts me in a situation where I'm kind of overthinking it. So gold, I've been trying to take my chances, and we caught the stub. I'm gonna kind of go over it, and then we'll see how that goes. In the hourly, I try to mark out my high and my low. We did not have a high previous to 930, which we did, but it wasn't close enough for my comfort, so I just marked out the low. Go down to the 5 minute. Obviously, we saw that we were in a downtrend previous to 930, so obviously I was trying to look for more sales. Let's see. Okay, so previous to 930 in the 5 minute, I always mark out my high and my low. As you can see, we broke structure to the upside, so that just shows potential to keep making higher highs and higher lows. One thing I like to obviously trade is sweeps, liquidity sweeps. So that means that obviously we'll catch a sweep to the upside, and then we'll make a break to the downside, which we did right here. This high was swept. Price did create obviously a break above the high, but it didn't make a continuation. So obviously I was looking for a break to the downside and then like a retest. So as we see in the 5 minute, this would have been our breaker structure. Let's go to the 1 minute. All right. So after we caught the sweep and I saw the inverse fair value gap also lined up with the fair value gap, I entered immediately before we caught the actual breaker structure to the downside. It was just kind of like early confirmation for me, so I didn't want to wait till there was some confirmation down here, which was honestly perfect. So after we saw the inverse fair value gap, entered on this candle right here with the long extended wick to the downside. Price did it's a little bit. Price created obviously, it's a little bit of a retracement where it just kept trying to take a little bit more entries, whatever you want to say. So after we were in the trade, stop loss was above the high. Take profit was actually at this low down here, and we just waited this one out. I mean, it was very, very clean. Price, but I was not necessarily stuck in consolidation for a long time. Best way to put it. That's one thing I've been fighting so much on SPX, ES, whatever you call it. It's just, I like clean trades. I like, just catching easy liquidity sweeps, easy breaker structures, easy fair value gap retests, or easy inverse, whatever it may be. And this stuff I read like it's nothing. I like when I see stuff like this. It makes me feel like a confident trader. It makes me feel like I'm not sitting here wasting my time trying to sit there and second guess if I made the right trade. I got in this trade, I was literally working out. And I'm sitting here working out, just watching my trades, like literally hit TP. And I'm like, dude, this is awesome. I could do this for the rest of my life. I love when this stuff happens because one, it makes me feel good as a man that I got a passion for something that can literally print me money like nothing. Also, being on a live account, it makes me understand that obviously my strategy is still working being on live. On those demo trades, I was making thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. But at the end of the day, that's not my capital. That's just paper, fake paper. So now I'm trying to do this while having the right mindset because one thing that sucks the most is not having the capital that you want. I wish, as of right now, I would love to make $10,000 off of one trade. Dude, you don't think that I would be satisfied? Pay my debts off, get a home that's not living with my mom or whatever, maybe pay my mom's house off, pay my cars off, pay whatever I need to off right now. And obviously not with $10,000, I could do it all that. But what I'm saying to you is if I could sit here and make $10,000 a day, you best know I'm cashing that out. You best know that I'm only going to be risking about $2,000. Now, if we're talking about $45,000 as a take profit and $5,000 as a SL, oh yeah, I'm taking that risk because, bro, that's beautiful. I take it any day. But as of right now, I have to manage with what I got. And obviously, having only like $100 account, it sucks. But I got to start somewhere. Like, I'll be honest with you. I'll kind of expose that platform that I was using. I was using Clarity Traders. Now, I don't know if it was just something wrong with the platform at the time, but I mean, I'm seeing other people make clips on it and it's like they're doing okay, but I'm pretty sure they're probably trading Forex. But I'm gonna tell you something. If once again, if you show me that your spreads are this big, but my entry is down here, I'm not. I absolutely not will ever, never in my life will I ever trade them again. Not trying to make them say that nobody should, not trying to say that anybody shouldn't trade off of their platform. All I'm telling you is my experience was horrible, and I'm not taking that for an option ever again. But in the near future, I really do hope that I can get a platform that it shows correct spreads. I can actually pass a challenge because that's one of my goals. Like I would love to pass a challenge. Obviously proving something to myself as a trader that you can do it. And obviously, yes, it's going to be a little bit more stressful under conditions, but at the end of the day, as long as you trade correct, you don't have to worry about nothing. As long as you play your strategy and you're risking right, and you're not, losing your daily stop loss. Losing your daily stop limit, I guess you would say, and then your max stop limit, you should be fine. Some people don't let you trade during news, whatever it may be, but obviously be precautious of that stuff. But basically, that's just really it for me. I kind of want to wrap it up just saying God's good. I mean, I love meeting His people every single day, working at the job that I do. It's very challenging because I'm dealing with things that I shouldn't be dealing with. Lately I've caught myself more in my flesh lately because I'm like, who do these people think they're talking to? I deal with people all day that are very rude to me, and they have no reason to be rude to me. I mean, from start of the day to the end of the day. And my main thing is, if I stick up for myself, why why are you mad at me for sticking up for myself when you're being rude to me? But obviously, what's common sense to me is not common sense to everyone. Also, you got to realize that people live lives that they're not happy, and they want to blame you for the reason they're not happy, when truly they're just not taking the blame for themselves. Long story short, we live in a world that is very wicked, that is very confused. We live in a world that does not believe in God, or that does confess with their mouths that they believe in God, but still don't show the fruits of the Spirit, which is just not making sense at all. Because, Matthew 15 talks about people that honor me with their lips, but are far from me, and also Matthew 15 talks about the blind leading the blind and they both fall in the ditch. So you need to be careful who you allow to lead your life. Because if it's not Christ, you're going to let someone that is very ignorant of just wisdom per se. And they're going to lead you to places where it's rough waters. You're confused. You're not happy. You're wanting to live a life that everybody thinks is impossible. That's not the life you need to live. You need to live a life where you know that it seems very impossible to many others, but it's so possible for you because you have faith. Faith goes a long way. Faith can change, can move mountains, just like God said. So, um, stay in your word. Christ is King, and the Lord is Lord. He is the Lord of Lords. I will say this, I've seen a lot of chaos in my life recently, and it just shows that I'm getting closer and closer to what God has for me. But it also reveals the fact that we're getting closer to the end times. A lot of people want to say, we've heard that a million times. Well, yeah, but do you see how much chaos is in this world right now? How easily people are dying. How people are being persecuted in certain ways. How people are becoming evil, and it's normal to them. They don't mind it. How what is bad is normalized as good, and what is good is normalized as bad. Just like in the Bible, it says all these things. So, for my Christians that actually follow Christ with their hearts and not just their mouths. Um, Stay strong in these times. Draw more near to Christ. Lean more on Him than rather than leaning on your understanding because it's really hard. I fight not being in my flesh every single day, and recently I've been tested more and more and more. Not that Christ is tempting me; He's testing me. But the enemy, boy, ooh, he's trying. He's trying to catch me to where I put my hands on somebody. But at the end of the day, I have to walk with the Lord. I have to because I want to, because I need to. I have a family that I have to take care of. Trust and believe that I'm going to make better decisions than what decisions I truly want to make. Because, put it to you this way, you're not going to keep stepping on my toes and thinking that I'm not going to want to uppercut you. And I'm sorry to say that. But it's just that's the world we live in. We live in a really, really rude world that does not care about your feelings and that thinks that they can just treat you how they want to. But it is not for me to do what I feel is right. It is for the Lord to do what he knows is right. So I shall not, put my revenge on anybody. I'll let the Lord do let the Lord do all the revenging. Let the Lord do all the, you know, disciplining, whatever it may be. Because he surely is going to do it in a 10 million, 10 billion better way than I would ever. So that's it for me. God is good. I love you. It's a new month. Let's start this month out positive. Let's start this month out trying. Let's start this month out just never giving up this entire month. I really want to go hard. So I encourage you to. I love you guys. Like and subscribe if you can. Shoot, mention to other people about my channel. I love the fact that God's blessed me with 64 followers. So it's truly a blessing. I never thought I was gonna get this far. The fact that it keeps climbing, and I see my YouTube getting so many views. I appreciate you guys, and truly, this is God's channel. Even though I am the face of it, and obviously you see me, I do want to glorify God in all of it, and I don't want to take all glory because He's the one blessing me to see all you people that watch my uploads. So may it be His will that we continue to grow, but in due time. I love you guys, and I'll see you later.